Hello beautiful people, Lingy here. Today's video is going to be on how I created this wig using some hair from MILAH Gold Collection Hair. They sent me the hair and asked me to try it out, and I'm going to show you how I created this wig. I love the hair, and MILAH Gold Collection Hair actually offered to do a giveaway. They'll be giving away a few bundles after this video, so stick around and let's get into the video. If you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and let's get into the video. Alright lovely people, so the first thing we're going to do is start off by dyeing these knots. And the first thing we need is our peroxide and lightener, a container and or a bowl, something to mix it with. So first thing you want to do is take your powder lightener, put it into your container. And then take your developer and pour it into your container as well. You're going to start off pretty slow. So you want to start by adding little by little. I'm not going by any measurements. I'm just going by texture. All I know is that I don't want it to be too watery. So I'm going to add the developer little by little. And this is the texture that I'm looking for. I don't want it to be too thin again. So I want it to be thick enough that it will not penetrate or bleed through the net. Alright, so now that we have that squared away, I'm going to take my lace front and add my mixture onto it little by little. And being that it's kind of a pasty texture, it's not going to bleed through the net because I'm not trying to dye the hair. Not yet. So I want my hair to remain a dark color. So we're just trying to dye these knots. Alright, so now after I applied it onto the whole lace front, I'm going to let it sit for a couple minutes. But just make sure you continuously check on it and you don't want to do any damage to it. So just make sure you check up on that thing. Alright, so after your knots are dyed, you're going to go ahead and wash the product out. I just use my regular shampoo by Pantene. Next, I'm going to take the frontal and I'm going to lay it on the opposite side and I'm going to cut the back of the net. And this is the package that MILAH Gold Collection Hair sent me. It comes in this pretty mesh bag. I got 3 bundles and the frontal. I want to say the inches are 22, 18, and 16 or 22, 18, and 14. I can't remember, but I'll definitely list it in the description box. The bundles also came with the Cream of Nature Intensive Deep Conditioner. I use this on my natural hair. I really love this stuff. So, alright, for now, constructing the wig. And just to let y'all know, I am not a weavologist. I am not a beautician. I simply watch tutorials, and this is my steps on how I created my wig. Alright, so this is the wig cap that I decided to use. It is the Weaving Nets. I think it has 6 pieces in it. I only use the cap, and this is what it looks like. It comes with 2 drawstrings on the back so you can tighten it. And I use this foam head to build the wig. Mind you, this foam head is nowhere near as big as my head, but it does the job. Okay, so to anchor the cap onto the foam head, I use sewing pins. So I'm going to put the cap onto the foam head, and the first thing I'm starting with is the frontal. Here we have the frontal. I took the back of the frontal and laid it smooth across the head. I pinned down the tip of the frontal where the trim ends onto the cap and did the same thing on the other side. To get the hair out of the way, I just went ahead and cornrowed both sides. Or you can use rubber bands if you don't know how to cornrow. That's cool too. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is start sewing the frontal onto the cap. I'm just loop stitching it all the way across the back of the frontal. Now, if you do not have a head that is the same measurements as your head, you may have to pull the frontal forward just so it can cover your head when you actually put the wig on. So after stitching the frontal down, I definitely recommend trying on the wig and seeing if it fits, and if not, just adjust it. I had to remove it and stitch it back down just to make sure it fit because I think it was too small when I actually tried it on. And we're stitching down the back side of the frontal first because you don't want lumpiness right along that edge. The lace might seem a little weird in the front, but it's okay. It'll come together, but definitely take care of the back first. To pin down the edges, I just went ahead and put my fingers in between the mesh and the foam and went ahead and looped it. I definitely reinforced the tips. So I did that about twice. And then I finished it off with a knot and cut it off. Alright, so now for the tracks, you're going to want to start off with the longest length first. So I'm starting off with the 22 and you're going to just build your way up. I did not cut the tracks one by one. I just went ahead and folded it over. The tracks are thin enough where it's not going to be bulky if you fold the tracks over. In other words, if I were to take these tracks out my head, it'll be a long continuous track as if it just came out the bundle. I did not cut each track individually. After I sewed all my tracks all the way up to the frontal, I also bought this spandex dome cap that I got from my local beauty supply store. And I'm going to cut off the lower band and I'm going to use that as my elastic band for my wig. You want to measure the band and make sure it's nice and snug, not too tight because you don't want a headache. And then you're going to sew the elastic down to the flaps or the sides of the wigs, just to make sure it fits nice and snug when you put it on. I just put the wig onto the foam head backwards and then I sewed down the elastic from flap to flap. The next is time to cut off the lace. Just cut all around it, making sure you don't cut into the hairline. For my wig cap, I used a nude wig cap just so it could look more like skin. For my hair, I definitely twisted it straight back, and this is what my wig looks like after I put it on. So I know I wanted a side part. So the first thing I'm gonna do is part the wig where I want it to be parted, and then I'm going to create what appears to be baby hairs. With this razor, I'm just taking little fine pieces of hair and I'm just cutting them pretty short. I feel like this hides the lace a little bit. Then to widen up the parts, I'm going to go ahead and take the tweezers and pull out a few hairs. I didn't pull out much, but I definitely did pull some out. Then after that, I threw in a few layers just so it could look a little bit more natural. So I'm just taking a few layers off here and there. I did cut the baby hairs all around the frontal, and this is what they look like when I'm done. But that's pretty much all I did with the wig. You can put some concealer if you like in the part for blending purposes, but that's pretty much it. I'm not a big geller. I don't gel my baby hairs down or anything like that. Although I have seen a few people do it, I just don't prefer it, and I just usually let it be in its natural state. And that's pretty much it for my wig. Let me tell you, I am so loving this hair right now. I've been wearing it literally every day. I'm really just loving it. This is my first frontal wig that I actually created, and I really like how it came out. Alright you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If so, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. If you do decide to purchase anything from their website, you can use the discount code LINGY to save some coin. And I think that's about it. So on for the giveaway. Alright, I am back. So for the giveaway, we are actually going to be hosting the giveaway on Instagram. If you are not following me on Instagram, be sure to follow me on Instagram to enter the giveaway. That's my information, and I think that's it for the tutorial. MILAH Gold Collection hair, thank you so much. I'm absolutely loving this wig. I'm loving the hair, and I think that's it. If you are not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Blogspot, Twitter, and Snapchat. It is all Lingy was here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hello beautiful people, Lingy here. Today's video is going to be on how I created this wig. This wig was, nope, here we go. Hello beautiful people, Lingy here. If so, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. If you do decide to purchase anything, so if you are not subscribed or not following me on Instagram, go ahead and click here. Nope. So if you are not so if you are so you,